Yeah, good afternoon, Leia.
Good
How are you? The goal of this coaching session focuses on validating the progress of the previously discussed actions in managing your average handling time and to identify other factors that can affect call handling efficiency to help you improve your call metrics. So this session will also highlight the importance of HT in driving positive customer experience by, of course, respecting caller's time, right? So I just wanted to give you the score, the running score you have for the last 3 weeks that we have conducted this coaching session. Okay, so on the first week that we have conducted this coaching session, you were able to hit 5. So it's actually 4.93 calls per hour. On the second week, I was very happy because you're able to improve a bit, wherein you landed 5.61. You're reaching almost 6 calls per hour. And then on the third week, we had an issues again, and then your number of calls handled as well as your HT is also affected. Wherein it went back to 5 calls per hour again. So to determine the problem, we have listened to your call today. So with the call that we listened today, the duration is like 12 minutes. It's just a general inquiry call. So how will you rate that call?
I'll rate that call
Speak louder because of the
5. 1 to 10, it's
Yes.
5.
10 is the highest.
It's 5.
Why?
Because I already provided the correct information about the default listing that the consultant is inquiring. But what I did is I checked the account, even if I know it's still live. We know that we are not giving default listing to the customer with a live account.
So we've noticed that this representative from billing is calling about default listing, right? And then this consultant provided us with a live account. Yeah. So what do you think you could have done to make that call last for like, I don't know, because for me, I think you can finish that call in 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. It's an easy call. I think it's just a general inquiry wherein the consultant is asking if there is a default listing for that customer. It's just that this consultant provided an active account. So what do you think could have done better? Yeah.
Proactively check the business name and ABN in Cara, so to check if there's a listing, even if it's not for the account number that the consultant provided. Because when I did that, I found out that there is a listing. It's true that there is a listing for the account that is already sold to an outside collection agency. So it's my fault because it's not I need to proactively check that or inform the consultant that even if that account is not the one that he or she provided.
Okay, so do you still have troubles or challenges when navigating in legacy account, because this is a legacy account? Do you still have challenges on that?
Sometimes if the inquiry or if it's general inquiry and there's so many information that the customer is the consultant is asking. So, but so far, I think I improved to the navigation. When it comes to business tool.
So we've discussed this issue. We've been coaching for the last 3 weeks already regarding on how to improve your HD or average handling time. So it's just that I don't see an improvement, very minimal though. With you can check that on your score. So with all of the action plans that we have had, what action plan do you apply to the call that you have right now? With this call that we have listened, have you applied what we've discussed previously on the previous coaching that we had? Have you applied those techniques and action plans? Do you think?
I feel to apply
do you think you're able to apply what we have discussed, that you need to have a 1 minute focus and simplify or make complex simple? Have you done that? Have you utilized the template?
make complex simple.
Have you?
No.
You did not. Why?
Because after confirming that there is a listing, I contacted the OCA, to confirm if the payment is already or if that balance is still outstanding to them, even if I already saw it in Carrot, that it's still outstanding and it's still active, you know.
That is okay. Do you think with the call that you have with this call that we have listened or we are discussing right now, what do you think you could have done to make the call shorter? If you will receive the same call, what do you think you will do to make sure that you manage, that you respect the caller's time?
If the customer is not insisting that the balance is already paid, I don't need to contact OCA or the buyer for confirmation. But if the customer is insisting that it's already paid to the buyer, that's the only time I need to contact the buyer for confirmation.
With the conversation with the billing representative, do you think that you have provided a world-class customer experience? Why?
Because since the consultant provided an active account, I should have checked the name of the company instead in the ABN and not the account number of the customer, the active account number of the customer in Carrier. So
that's the reason why you think that. What else? Aside from that, you're not able to check on it, on the details of the account instead of the account number, because we all know that for a live account, customer will not be listed on that. So aside from not providing the what do you call it? You should have should have checked on the details of the business first, prolonging the call, right? Prolonging the call. So what else? What other factors do you consider that affect on giving world-class customer experience?
I should have, since the consultant is asking if we can remove the listing, and I informed the consultant that we can't remove the listing since the balance is still outstanding. I should have informed the consultant that she needs to advise the customer that default listing will stand 5 to 7 years the time frame for the default listing, and I should have informed the consultant that I'm so sorry. I already informed the consultant that she needs to advise the customer that even if customer will pay that to the buyer, listing will still stand.
Actually, you have educated the consultant. However, you did not provide the time frame. You should advise them, because on set of the call, this consultant is asking you to remove the default listing. And then you found that this is a live account, you were not able to check on the details, and then, after 3 minutes or so, you were able to check using the details of the account, right? It has prolonged the conversation. And what else do you think, aside from that, is the factor that you're not able to provide world-class customer experience? Do you sound confident in providing the information? Do you sound that you're sure on the information that you're giving? Because I've heard the representative asking you twice, 3 times if you're sure about the information that you're providing. So, do you think you sound confident? Why? Why are you not confident in giving those information? You should be. Why? Are you not sure on the information that you're providing?
Sure.
You are sure, you're definite on the information that you're providing. Why? Then why do you sound that you're not sure of the information that you're giving?
Because
you're not
of
confident.
the
Why?
words that I use.
What about it?
Instead of saying I tried, I should have said
You keep on saying that I tried to check this. You should say that I was able to confirm, because you have our tool. You have Cara, you have FlexCab, you're looking at the account. You see all the information there, so you just have to say that I was able to confirm. Checking here on the records, you are confident, so that the other representative, you can get their trust. So that the consultant will not ask you twice, 3 times if you're like there. They need a confirmation from you that you are confident. It also prolongs the HT, right? What do you think is the challenge still? Because with the coaching that we have, we've discussed everything already, action plans and all, but there's a minimal. I think there's no improvement. From 4.93, there's just so minimal improvement with with the average handling time that you have. So I was very happy on the second week that you had an improvement. What had happened? Is there any other troubles or challenges that you're having aside from this one that we have already discussed, like navigation, problem with navigation, product knowledge? Have you done what we have agreed, that you will be utilizing one source for additional information, and check on the emails? Have you tried checking and asking assistance from our senior consultant for additional information? Have you done that? why do you think there is a minimal improvement with your HA? What seems to be the problem? Because we have already tackled everything in here. And for the end of month, there is a really minimal improvement. What do you think is the real concern that we need to address? Are you happy with the function you're in right now? With agency support? Are you happy here with your mates, with our TLs? Are you happy with our... So what seems to be the problem?
I'm really having a hard time if the inquiry is about dispute.
Yeah, we have checked that one. That's your previous year. You said that you're having difficulties. Do you know how to address it already? We have discussed action plans about it. Of course, all that we need is just product knowledge. We need to know what we're doing so that we can apply that on the call. I don't think it will be a long call for dispute if you're handling a lot of dispute calls every day. So you should know on the first time, I believe that, yeah, I understand. If it's the first time that you handled this type of dispute, yeah, I can understand if it will take you so long to finish that call. But on the second time that you encounter the same issue, it should not be a long call again, because you know how to attack, how to deal with it on the second time around, right? So we're just, all of us here, not only you is handling OCA call, all of us also encounter having dispute complex call. So why is it that only you're not hitting our target? Why is it? What seems to be the problem? Do you like what you're doing? Do you... What do you think can we do to help you improve? Can you tell it to me? What do you think? Yeah? Why? What seems to be the problem? We need to know the problem so that we'll know how to resolve the issue as well. So you need to let us know. Yeah? What do you think seems to be the problem? Is it personal? No. Are you happy with the function you're in right now? Are you still happy? Okay. Because if you're happy with the function you're in, it should the scorecard should show it. It should show. But it's not. If I'll be looking at it, it looks like you're not happy here. Yeah. What do you think we could do to help you improve? tell us what we can do. What? What do you really want? Please let us know. Yeah. You think? I cannot really promise anything, but I need to know so that we can address it. We have already made our action plans previously. Are you doing all those action plans that we had?
Because I believe, to be honest, I'm really demotivated
Demotivated.
because
Is it you made?
there is no problem with the team and especially to our supervisor, to our TL. But I'm demotivated because I'm the only one who's not hitting the target, and I tried my best, but I think I'm not really for agent support because when I'm in front of house, I can hit our target. I'm also having a trouble with or hard time hitting the AHT, but when it comes to the scorecard, I always pass, and QA is always 100%. So because it's my this is my first job. First call center, first job it's a call center, it's in call center, and I think there's really a big difference in front of house and agent support, because in front of house the inquiry of the customer is just a payment extension and reconnection.
Okay.
And after that, after we provide reconnection, if we can provide reconnection, yep, that's the end of the call. But here at agent support, if the inquiry is not general inquiry or general information, if it's about dispute, it's really hard for me to handle dispute. And investigation, I'm not that good in investigation. I always second assistance. I always second assistance in investigating some issue, the issues, because I'm afraid I might provide a misinformation to the customer, to the consultant, and
So you feel that you don't belong here in agency support? Okay. You feel that you don't belong here because you're not hitting the target. And okay. So I just also because we have I'm not pretty sure if I will ask you if I will ask you right now with the action plans that we've had previously, do you think you've done everything there and still not able to hit the target? Do you think you've done everything on the action plans that we previously had? Because based from the call that we just have listened right now, I don't think you have applied any of the action plans that we have? Do you think? But I'm asking you, on your opinion, do you think you've done your part in applying the action plans that we had? Have you utilized one source? Check the process for a final account, for a sold account? Have you checked the training flashes? Have you read the training flashes that TL always send us? Have you done your part in doing that? Have you utilized the template? So do you think you're able to do everything you could? Because if you have done it, everything, all of our action plans, and still you cannot hit this target, and you're saying that you feel that you don't belong here, then I'll say yes. But if you haven't, then I think you can give it a try. You can give it a try first. Do everything that you could. So I'm asking you right now, on your own, can you tell me that you have done everything really? Our action plans? Not only the action plans that you have provided me, but the action plans given by TL, given by me. Have you done everything? All of those action plans already? Okay. So, what do you think you need to do first? Because I don't believe. Me personally, I don't believe that you don't belong here. So, what do you think you can do for yourself? Because for me, if you'll ask me, I won't say that you don't belong here. But for yourself, since you're saying that you don't belong here in agency support, what do you think you need to do to fit here? If you're saying that you're the only one who cannot hit the target, then what do you need to do to hit those targets? Give me your action plans. Action that you will commit to it, that you will do. Because I just wanted to let you know, even if you're giving us action plans, but if you're not doing it, then nothing will change. The score will still remains the same. Yeah, do you know what can you get what I'm trying to say? Because yeah, the action plans are all here. All you have to do now is to do it. So on your end, what do you think you really need to do to belong here at agency support? Do you think they need to do this to apply all our action plans? Do you think we need to apply those action plans? What are those action plans that we have? If you could just provide it to me.
1 minute for
On the call that we had, did you do that? Did you apply that 1 minute focus? Okay. What else is our action plans?
Be specific.
Yeah? Have you done that? On this one? No, you did not. What else are our action plans?
Make complexing.
Okay. What else?
Utilizing too.
And then additional information. How can we get additional information?
By reviewing the
Yes, training flashes.
training flashes and utilizing one source.
Okay, so just the same action plan that we have, but you need to. Are you committed to apply all those action plans now? Okay, so think you have to just apply all the action plans that we have, because you're the one who provided those action plans, right? So you have to, once all of those action plans has been done and still you're not able to hit this target that we have, then that will be the time that I'll agree that you're not learning enough here in agency support, because I still believe that you can. So, what cultural values do you think should have done on this call? Cultural values should apply on that call. Can you wrap up what we have discussed, or can you give us can you give me a summary of what we have discussed, your opportunities and our action plan?
Summary of what we discussed is still the same. It's about age and action plan is still the same. Specific, make complex simple, first minute focus, and I'll do my I will not promise, but I will not promise that I'm sorry, I will not say that I can do that, but what I can promise is I'll do my best.
Because right now you're hitting like 5 calls per hour, 5.41 calls per hour, so 5 calls per hour. So our target is 9 to pass. So right now it's 5:41. Yeah. So do you think you can? How many calls do you think you can finish? How many calls do you think you can have for an hour? If I'll be setting you a target until 15th of November, do you think you can seven calls an hour until the 15th? Or by then, what do you think? You'll be able to hit 7 calls by the end of November?
7 to
8 until the end of November, because you have 5.41. So I'm looking forward for you to have that. Okay. So just wanted to let you know that I also have previous. I've been new to this function previously. I also have lots of long calls before. I'm really having a hard time. I feel the same way that you feel right now, wherein I think I don't belong here. I'm just new to the function and all. But aside from my TL supporting me, of course, I am doing my own assignment. Of course, I need to learn. I want to learn. I don't want to be the bottom at the thing. I strive so hard to make it on top. I will always strive my best. It's not just because of what TL manager or the business is requiring, but I myself, I wanted to grow. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn a lot of things. So even if I'm not, for example, not for example, here I'm from agency support. I ask questions to different functions like control group. I'm really willing to learn. I'm not afraid to ask questions because I wanted to learn. Every one of us here, when we first came here, doesn't know everything. Not all of us know everything, so we need to ask. It's my own personal assignment to myself because I wanted to improve. I wanted to improve each day. So yeah, I think that's my own opinion. So I think it's a good thing that it's like I am really happy every time I learn things, and really happy to have complex. Actually, I'm really happy to have difficult one, because you will learn a lot on that. Remember that, okay? And yes, so how will you rate this coaching session that we had? How do you feel right now? How do you feel? Truly. Okay. But if you, of course you wanted to speak to TL regarding, if you're not happy with the pension, of course you can always speak to TL. Yeah? Sure. I haven't heard what you said. How do you feel? You didn't answer me. How do you feel?
Feels good because even if I know that I'm on the stage of giving up, but seeing my supports is not giving up.
Okay, so thank you. It's the end of our coaching session and acknowledge her, Jan.